Hey y'all, welcome back to the 5-Star Coach. I'm Coach D, aka Venus as a Boy. This is episode 5. Can we get a little round of applause for that? But y'all know I'm here to share my wisdom to all my 5-star ballers out there and the 5-star ballers in training. You know, this got to be in you, not just on you. And the wisdom I have to share is just to sharpen everybody up, polish everybody up. So let's go ahead and get into this. Episode 5, y'all know I always have my 5-star tips, 3 bonus tips, the 5-star of the week, and the playlist song recommendations. Also, when y'all have songs that y'all really like and really feel, share it in the comments. You know, like, let's build this playlist together, because I am still putting it together before I want to share a link. But, like, you know, put y'all's in the comments as well. And as always, on top of commenting, like, share, and subscribe. So let's go ahead and get into this. Now, tip number 1, be your own dream person. That's really self-explanatory, but I really want to put like a extra like emphasis on like being your own dream person. It's one thing to think about the life you want to live and then going back and living your regular life. It's another thing to actually think of that dream life and actually embodying that, being that person, embodying the energy, the character, the charisma that person has. Literally be your own dream person. Write on a piece of paper with a regular number 2 pencil, preferably. Because when you write with the lead and a number 2 pencil, it's a different type of energy that's being released into the atmosphere, right? But write down on this piece of paper, like, your description of your dream person. You can start off like, I'm my own dream girl / boy, and then do like bullet points. Who has such and such? Who is such and such? Who does such and such, right? And be very detailed with it. Put a lot of intention behind it, a lot of energy in it. I haven't done it for my dream person. The way I did it before was like building a home within. And I spoke on this on my TikTok before, but like building a home within was just like how I wanted to show up in the world and how I wanted to, like, when I'm by myself, how I wanted to treat myself. And even when I'm in public spaces, how I want to show up. Like, my home has X, Y, and Z in it, and then this and that, and this and that, this and that, right? And eventually I became the literal embodiment of my home, because I was looking at it like, at that time I was homeless and I was living in my car, and I was like, I'm so ready to get a place. I'm so ready to get a place. Then I had to step back like, wait, if you don't even really respect this place that you're living in right now, the body that you have, you're not going to respect the apartment, the home, condo, whatever you get. So you got to build this home within, because this home is protecting the spirit, the mind, and the heart. Like, that's the first pieces of your body, of your being. And then your body is the home for those things. If you're not protecting that, you're not going to really care too much about having a real life home. So I really encourage you to write things down, because when I wrote that down, it became my life in the matter of what? Like a year and like 2 months later, it was like really me, like everything. Of course, over that year, I was embodying most of the stuff. I was becoming certain things, but that 1 year plus 2 months, it was a wrap. Everything I wanted to be come on that paper is actually who I am today. So I really encourage you, write down on a piece of paper, like, my dream boy is this, and my dream girl is this, or I am my dream girl who is boom, 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 who has boom, 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 who does. Like, literally do that. And also, like, another little piece, write this stuff in nature, or like near flowing water, or you can even turn on like the sink just to hear the flowing water, like the water flowing, like create that flow like energy in the air, so you can really become that person in a way that's working with the frequencies around you. So like, go out in nature, be near a tree, or like find like a tree that just, energetically is calling you. So go near that, go near the flowing water, or like near waterfalls, anything. But try to do it in nature. If not, just be in a house and have that water flowing in the background, or have sounds of waves flowing in the background, and then just create that atmosphere in your head and like use your imagination and escape from the world for a moment and really write it down. Like, stop trying to be your partner's or crush's dream person. Be your own dream person, and then you'll attract the person, places, and things that are meant for you easily without you having to do too much, right? Okay, so that's tip number 1. 5-star tip number 2: flourish with your inner teen. The ego that was developed in the teenage years is something different. That type of confidence, really arrogance, really is something very powerful that you should not like, oh, I was very egotistical in my teenage years, or I was very full of myself, very prideful, da 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 da. Don't shame him or her at all. Actually bring that energy into your adult life and just bring a more practical approach to your way of thinking. Because before, in teenage years, it's like a can't nobody tell me nothing type of vibe. And as an adult, you should have that same type of mindset, but this time be mature. As a 14-year-old, you can't tell a 14-year-old nothing. I know me, I wasn't being able to be told nothing. You couldn't tell me nothing. But now that I had, as a adult, doing my inner child healing, I had thought like, wait, I got to bring my inner teen into this, because he's the one who has that drive, that ego, like that, oh, I know who I am, that certainty of himself. Before I found out about depressions, trauma, stress, all of these other things that just kind of weighed down on my mental. Yes, I probably was feeling it, but I wasn't aware of it. And that ignorance is bliss. That type of ignorance was bliss. However, knowing what is going on in my head and psychologically now, linking that with my energy of the inner teen, it's like I can go through this shit with no problem. Flying colors, I spat, ew. But I can really go through life and really do this shit, like do my biggest one. Those years when you started to really understand yourself, but was most likely shunned, that energy needs to be brought back out. Like, inner child healing is very important, but you cannot forget that inner teen. So flourish with them. Like, that level of confidence you're going to develop with that ego in the back of your mind, baby, I mean, anytime you feel yourself slipping into a pocket of deep insecurities, tap into that ego. Hold on, we better than this. What are you still right here for? We already revisit this plenty of times. Like, you're over this now. Like, let's get over this. Like, really, really flourish with your inner teen. I'm telling you, that type of energy, transferring the energy from the teen and the adult letting them play together, baby, it's a wrap. It's gonna be so different how you show up in the world. So flourish with your inner teen. 5-star tip number 3: learn about astrocartography. Now, I had briefly learned about it years ago, like 2 years ago. But this year I have recently revisited and I started to really look at it and really understand and study it. That is basically a system for you to know which places in the world will be beneficial and detrimental. I am someone who was born on my Saturn DC line. DC is about relationships. Saturn is about karma, delays, and lessons. It's karmic lessons specifically. But it's more to Saturn than that. But to live on my DC line and it's in Saturn, it is no wonder that I experienced the relationships I've experienced living here. And no wonder I want to get away from here so bad, because the delays, the lessons, it's like back to back to back. It's like, damn, like none of these bitches really fuck with me. But you really learn about astrocartography. Stop moving just to Atlanta, Dallas, NY, just for the aesthetic. You might move there, and that might be a Pluto DC line for you, or a Mars MC line for you. And Pluto DC line, that means in your relationships, it's nothing but transformations. It's nothing but a lot of unearthed truths, even about yourself within a relationship, and then just going through the whirlwind. And then Mars MC is like Mars is about action and about aggression, about fighting and stuff like that. And your MC is like your public image. You're going to have to fight so much. You're going to have to do so much to maintain a good public image on your MC, on your Mars MC line. And it'd be better if you just look up on astroseek.com. At the top, I believe, it's going to be like an astrocartography, and then it's going to be a whole bunch of lines on the map. Just look for Venus and Jupiter lines. Mainly, like, your Jupiter MC line is good for your career. Venus MC line is like love in your career, right? Learn about astrocartography. It's so much more I could truly get into about this, but I would definitely go for the Jupiter MC line, Venus MC, Venus DC, and the moon IC. Also the sun MC, because the sun is like the illuminated part of your chart, and the MC is in the public eye. If you want to be shining in the public eye like that, do your big one. Just do your research about it, but learn about astrocartography so you can move to certain places in this world that are beneficial for you for the long term, not just for an aesthetic, not just because that's where everybody at, that's where it's lit at. Like, no, go where it is best for you to go with astrocartography. Okay. All right. Now, 5-star tip number 4: never overlook jealousy. You're playing a dangerous game if you ever do that. I mean, any type of jealousy. Somebody throw a little slick comment out there and then keep on playing. Don't overlook it. Don't overlook it. Get them going. Cause why are you playing in my face like that? Why are you trying to play with me like that? Like, get away from me. I was playing. No, you wasn't. And you dead serious, and I'm dead serious. Get away from me. What's going on? Like, friends and partners are the worst people to overlook. Because friends, you get backdoored quickly. And with a partner, that's scary to lay down with somebody who truly and genuinely hates you. That's because sex happens with your partner. And the energy transfer that happens between you and a person during sex is very, very deep. And when you are overlooking the jealousy that this person has towards you, that energy, they might be stealing some of your beneficial energy and trying to capitalize off of it, and not even really fully aware of it, because not many of us are having sex and thinking like, oh, I gotta make sure that I know this person and get to know this person because it's a spiritual transaction, da-da-da-da-da. Like, you really got to look at that for what it is, because that energy, that envy, and that madness, literally, whatever goes on in their head can literally transfer into your body. And then you're feeling so depleted, you're feeling so down because you think it's just because they doing you a certain way, but the whole time it's the energy you're getting from them. So never overlook jealousy. Stop going places where you know haters are at too. I don't care how tough you are. I don't care how good you can fight. I don't care what you carry. If you know for a fact, if you go to this party, there are going to be 5 people who you know hate you. Why go? Oh, what, you scared? No, I'm not scared. But why waste my time going somewhere where bitches hate me? You know, like, it don't make sense to overlook the jealousy of people and be like, oh yeah, cool. They know better. No. That's corny shit right there. Oh, bitches know better. No, you don't ever be around no hater. You don't ever be around nobody who dislike you, because you could be sitting right next to them and going like this to go stroke your head to the back. They might think you ready to swing on them, and then you getting snuck. Somebody pulling out something and taking it to you. And you don't know what can happen being around envious, jealous, and mad energy. So never overlook that. Never, ever, 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 ever overlook anybody being jealous. Because it's not nothing to play with. It is not, I just keep wanting to spit. It's not nothing to play with. And it's not nothing you should ever take lightly. Ever. Ever. Ever, ever, ever. So never overlook jealousy, okay? All right. But this is the end of part 1 for episode 5. You know, as always, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Part 2 is definitely up, so you can go ahead and meet me over there. Actually beat me there. And I'll see y'all at part 2. Thank y'all for tuning in. I love y'all so much.